Good morning. Y'all are still on mute. Do you have somebody in the room with you to unmute the microphone? Nobody's in there with you? Can you get them to come unmute the mic? All right, there you go. Officer, could you introduce yourself for the record?
Oh, I'm not the guy that's gonna be up here with him, but my name is Sergeant Griffin.
Is somebody supposed to be with him?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we are at Tangipahoa Parish Prison on Thursday, April 4th, 2024. It's 11:08. We have Mr. Garland, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
You introduce yourself, tell us your name and your DOC.
My name is Garland Boje. My DOC number is, I guess it's one on my wrist.
What is it?
2022
No, that's not it. That must be their number. Tell me your date of birth.
4/14/69.
Well, what are the last four digits of your social security number?
2963.
Now, your date of birth in the DOC record says 4/19/1969. Were you aware of that?
No, I was not. No, ma'am.
Okay, but that is the last four digits of your social security.
Yes, ma'am.
So your DOC number is 775510.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Boje, I'm going to read some information into the record. I'm going to ask you to verify it, and then I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Tillis, seated to my right, because your case has been assigned to him, and he'll ask you some parole interview questions.
Yes, ma'am.
We have joining us today, we have your sister Sheila Bowers and your daughter Nicole, who want to speak on your behalf. Can you see them on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're going to call on them at the appropriate time for their remarks.
Yes, ma'am.
First, you're classified as a first felony offender. You're currently serving a 3-year sentence. You were sentenced in Tangipahoa Parish, December of 2022 for indecent behavior with a juvenile, 1 count. You have a parole eligibility date, November 2nd, 2023. You don't earn good time, so your full term date is November 3rd, 2025. Does all that sound correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, would you answer Mr. Tillis, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you, Mr. Boje?
How you doing this morning?
Doing okay. How long have you been? Well, how long have you been in?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. How far did you go into?
I graduated from high school, 12th grade.
Oh, great. Have you had any write-ups since you've been in?
No, sir.
Did you take any courses while you were in?
No, sir.
You didn't take any courses while you were in?
No, sir.
I guess they don't have them there, do they?
No, sir.
I got you. What do you think you're going to do should you be granted parole? If you get out, what's going to happen?
I'm gonna go home and take care of what I got to take care of in the yard and take care of the yard, go to church like I used to go and everything, you know.
This was something that just happened.
Yes, sir. It was a mistake. Yes, sir.
Feel a lot different about it now.
Oh, yes, sir. I've been here too long.
I see. I see. Okay, I have no more further questions.
Thank you.
Mr. Garland, the victim in this case is your daughter, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And I've already indicated it was a sex offense, and you've not had any sex offender treatment.
No, ma'am.
All right, I don't have any other questions.
I don't have any questions.
Okay, well, let's see, Mr. Boje, we'd like to hear, so let me for the record state that there is opposition in the record. We have opposition from the district attorney, from the sheriff's office. And there was no comment by your sentencing judge. We'd like to hear from your sister, Sheila Bowers. You're still on mute.
Okay, what about now?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead and tell us what you'd like us to know.
Good morning, and I just want to say thank you for this opportunity to speak on my brother's behalf. I've been thinking about this all day, or all morning, all night. I've been trying to figure out what to say. There's so many things, so many good things I could say about Garland. How he is helpful. He's always helped people. It didn't matter what it was, what that needed to be done. He did it. And he was the most popular person in school. He ran with the popular kids. No one ever knew I existed, but he he's had some educational, with him being in SPED all of his life. He's had a hard time through school, but he managed to get through the 12th grade in special education throughout his whole years. He's had a lot of just, trouble with writing and learning, and, he's always had supervision as far as, helping him write, helping him learn, teaching him things. My mom, she has helped with his banking situation, his money situation, because he was on disability, and she was his payee. And at this appointed time, I just think he had a moment of weakness. We've been going to church. We was raised in church all of our lives, and he attended church. He was also an usher in our church that we attended. And he does a lot of go to community, and, if they needed help somewhere, like going to somebody to help out, he was always there to help. And I just feel as though that I've talked to him I've been constantly talking to him throughout this whole time. And he has shown many times of remorse, being remorseful for what had happened. Like I said, it was a moment of weakness for him. He would have never done this, but he had a lot going on at that time. And I just think it just crowded his judgment, and he did what he did, and not, and he realized what he did was wrong after the fact. So, if granted parole, the church community, me and my family, we have agreed to, we're going to try to help him. We're going to pray with him to be able to, strive to be better, and to make sure that nothing like this will ever happen again. Thank you.
And thank you. We appreciate your sharing that with us. And Paul wants to speak also.
My dad was always there for me through tough times. And I really appreciate all he done for me this past few years. And I just hope he gets off on parole, because I really miss him. We all miss him as a family. And we've been praying too, as my aunt said. That's it.
Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am. We appreciate it. Mr. Garland, is there anything?
Yes.
Yes, the sergeant's not in the room with you anymore, right?
No.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to say to us before we vote?
I just sorry for what I done. I didn't mean it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you much, sir. Are we prepared to vote? I'll move for executive session. Can we roll call vote?
Joe Renaud.
Yes.
Steve Prater.
Yes.
Chuck Tibbs.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Bojay will be in executive session for a moment to discuss confidential matters. We'll be right back. You just stand by.
Right. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Boje, we're back in session and we are prepared to vote, and Mr. Tillett will be voting first.
I vote to deny.
Mr. Prater.
I concur.
Mr. Boje, my vote also is to deny your parole this morning based on the law enforcement opposition that I spoke about earlier. So today, sir, you've received a unanimous vote to deny your parole. We wish you well. Good luck to you, sir. That concludes our business. It's 11:26 a.m. We will sign off.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.